Alright, good day, hi and welcome. Did I show you guys my Leo the leopard? He was in the basement upstairs, up home, all the way over. Uncle Shed's in the way. Anyway, I brought him down here. I gave him a Febreze and he seems happy. So I have a kitty cat in here. He's a Leo the leopard. Okay, and then the katana sword you see, that's an ancient Japanese one like that. That one's from like the 1200s or something like that. I'm kidding. My brother made it. He made it out of wood, and he did a really good job. He was doing it was a Halloween costume. He was what's called Deadpool. Yeah. So find of the day is that, and yesterday the find of the day was the freaking foam and the wasp spray and all that. You know. Yeah, murder hornets. I'm gonna give you a new murder hornets. You know what I mean? I'll give you a new. But anyway, I got a spot from Motorbike. That's off that table. I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna use it as some sort of an artwork. I'm just trying to think of what I could paint. Like do like paint on the back, like a stained glass. That's gonna be really nice. I don't know. I could do like some sort of angelic thing, or I could do. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how my painting skills come. I brought down some more painting supplies today too. But I also found a book. Found a cool book. I found a couple of cool books. This book here is Birthdays. So I'm going to let it air out here because it was in the, I can imagine it's pretty musty. You've got some old cookbooks. That's a serious cookbook right there. This here is really old. This is, I remember these when I was a kid. These are like encyclopedias. My grandma and grandfather stuff. Wow. This, an Irish moment. I remember who bought this for my grandmother. My grandmother was pretty Irish. She was pretty Irish, yeah. We'll just say it. We'll just leave it at that. She was pretty Irish. Got World War II. The Canadians at War. This one's a really interesting book. God knows how old it is. And yeah, I remember reading this off and on when I was a kid. There's two of them. There's Volume 1 and Volume 2. The Canadians at War, but these books are pretty musty, so I gotta. This one, I think my uncle Pete had this, and then my brother ended up with it. And wow, there's a lot of cookbooks in here. Oh wow, that's from the Bethany Hall. Huh. Yeah, I bet you I gotta go through that because there'll be all kinds of names of people I know in there that contributed recipes and that. Martha Stewart. This was definitely my grandmother's. I wonder what she would think of Martha Stewart now. I just wonder. You'd probably hear some Irish sayings. My grandmother never cursed. I don't think my grandmother ever cursed once in her life. I don't think that happened. And yeah, considering the amount of people she didn't like. Remember, the Irish, they hate everybody equally. Yeah, but you'd never say a bad word because that was, that was a sin, right? So you didn't sin, Okay, that's newer. Muffins and cookies. I don't know if that looks old, but this was my mom's. I know that for sure. Wow. It's like my mom, God rest her, like she actually needed a recipe book. Like most of the this would have been my mom's for sure. My sister ended up with some of them. My sister-in-law ended up with some of them. I could burn that. Campbell's. Wow. There you go. And I got some, flux paste. Hey, I know where I'll put that. Is that what that was? No, acid paste. Yeah, that's soldering. I'll put it in. This was, I think, the find. The two finds of the day was this. That would have been my grandfather's. And Mr. Sledgy. Look at this guy. Ain't he beautiful? He's like, he means business. 10 pounds? Feels like a 10 pounder. I can't tell you what it is. Sorry. 8 pounder. He's an 8-pounder. I don't know if you can see the 8-pounder. That's pretty close though. I was off by 2 pounds. But... And then I found that one the other day. So, oh, there's some more scrap metal there. Some trash. That's 10 cents right there. So I still got some cleaning up to do. I brought the lawnmower back in here because I got to do some cleanup on him. Get him all ready to do grass murdering. The grass hot rod. Yeah, that thing's a lot of fun. Workbench. I'm gonna have to bring down the drill, screw that thing down. It's got a warp in it because I left it outside. I'm just gonna leave really heavy things on it, and maybe it'll just kind of warp its way back to straight again. So my poor Slippy Shark here, he needs a carb clean or something. I gotta see what's. I've had him for 3 years. God knows how much money that thing has actually made me. I don't know. He's almost 2/3 paid off, but 3 uses. This one, God knows how many times Nippy Shark here has paid for himself. But the pole arm chainsaw, yeah, he needs a little bit more work. But yeah, there's Ninja Shark, guys. Ninja Shark. How much money has Ninja Shark made me? Now, believe it or not, the Tree Reaper here, my MS400, I love this saw so much. It's the best saw. You can keep your 500 eyes. Yeah, I know they're faster and more power or whatever, but like to work with all day, the 400. Now they got the 400.1, which of course they come out just after I buy that one, but I like the look of that one. But the 400.1 is even lighter and more power, like because they're going to get rid of the 392, and the 392 is a tad bit lighter than the 400. Like they're indistinguishable. If you had the extra money, buy the 400 because, like, if you worked with the 392 all day or the 400, the effort is going to be no more difference, and you got much more saw with the 400. Maybe not a ton more saw, but more saw. It's a great saw. It's like it's a really fast saw actually. It's a high rever. With the magnesium piston in it. It's like an MS 261 or a 260 on steroids. Get my refreshments. But I gotta get cleaned up. As one of the things I did want to do today was a video, another song for you, and get some stuff set up in here. You know, like I can't just work and not play at all. You know what I mean? That's not normal etiquetteness of whatever. But I got the garage set up so I can get in and out of it. I put the Bertha in there. You know, poor thing's been sitting there. I got one more bike to bring down. I got to bring down my truck tires. But like, there's no rush for that. It's just that little spot where my truck tires are. My brother I want to put my brother's tires in there. I don't know if he wants to or not, but that's where I'm going to put them on him. So, yeah. And then anything that's along the woodshed up there, because I got to clean up there too. Where the 28th, guys, October is where I'm like a squirrel running around. I got to get this done, got to get that done. So I got my chimney, my dad's chimney to sweep that. My aunt's chimney, got to sweep that. I want to cut that tree up for my aunt. If I can. Somebody's song. Oh, it must be Robert over there. Technically, he's my neighbor, you know, across the road. Nice guy, real nice guy. I want to clean out. I would love to get all the scrap metal up there gone for my dad. He would really appreciate that. Be awesome if I could sell the sailboat and the 2 trucks up there. Get the motorbike down here. That I could probably bring the motorbike down tomorrow. But I am going to have to do some work up there. Now, bringing down all the bricks and stuff like that, no point in bringing them down until I have that cleared over there. So if I do it this year, great. If I start in on it. If not, well, I do it next year, early spring. It doesn't really matter, right? They're not really in the way, and it's not a priority. Maybe tomorrow, if I can find the second. I have like a bunch of staple guns, but I'll have to take a good look for them tonight. But I'm going to start to bring down tools and stuff. But I think I want to clear out the basement because, like, I'm going to put some tools in the closet here. Obviously, that's going to be like coats and stuff like that. But that closet is kind of like it's not the most accessible closet if you look at it because there's a washer and dryer kind of in the way. You got to squeeze around it. So it's like I'll put stuff there that's like okay, like extra coats and stuff like that. Stuff that you don't use every day, but when you do need it, oh okay, it's raining today. I got to grab a raincoat. Stuff like that. Umbrellas, put that in there, and then the tools that I don't use all the time, I'll put in there. The ones that can't go outside on the deck or whatever. The ones that can, then yeah, they're just going to go outside and they'll stay out there. There's no point in having them in here, right? Uh, so that's just a management thing and stuff like that. Getting the, I still got to think about what I'm going to paint on that. I painted that now about 3 years ago, 3 or 4 years ago, maybe more like 5 years ago. That yellow thing, I don't know what I'm going to put there. I got to figure out what I'm going to paint on that. Gotta finish the butterflies, but that's stuff I'm gonna do in the winter. Um, I do got to get some of the stuff put away in that room. I just haven't had a chance to get to that, but again, it's not top priority. Uh, I definitely gonna need more guitar stands in here. I thought about hanging some of the guitars off the walls and stuff like that, and that would be cool. I see a lot of guys. The ultimate guitar room is like Herman Lee's guitar room or Brandon Ellis's guitar room. Mick Mars has a really cool guitar room. Zach Wild has a cool guitar room. Uh, Randy Rhoads, his was so simple. It was like 3 guitars at any one time, like maybe 4. I got probably 10 or 12 guitars. I got to count them up again. I know, guys. What am I on? Guitar 56 or 57 or 58? I'm ahead of the game. My goal is to have a guitar for every year I'm alive, and I'm 52, and I know I'm above that. So I think I'm at 56 guitars out of. I don't have 56 right now, but from my first guitar to now, it's been 56. Not all of them were great guitars, but if you look at the roster of guitars I've owned some really nice guitars, and I still own some really nice guitars. Am I done buying guitars? No. I mean, but there's stuff I got to get. I got to get the amplifiers. I've got to get more mics. I've got to get more studio stuff. Build on the drum kit. Got to get the new drum skins. That's going to be a bit of an investment. But that stuff's more going to come into the spring side thing. And then I got to get 3 really good acoustics for touring. I could have done a gig yesterday had I had a vehicle, so I still got to get the vehicle before I get any more musical instruments. And I just want to stock up on stuff like guitar strings and stuff like that because the way the world is right now, like shortages are kind of everywhere. And like 8-string guitar strings, you walk into even the most popular, box store guitar stores, music stores, and they got like 1, maybe 2 sets of 8-string strings in there. So like I see them, I buy them right away. I think I've got 2 sets ahead. The song I'm going to be working on fairly soon. Remember, I still got to cut the grass out there too. I started though. But I got to get that little lawnmower running really, really good because it might have one more job with it this season. The 8-string is going to go into a. I've got a series here on YouTube called Alternate Tunings or something like that. I forget. I never remember what my playlists are. But you go through my playlist and you'll find it. And you can hear like all the different tunings that I've used. I just put a new tuning on there the other night there with the Flying V, the DDDGBD tuning, whatever tuning that is. I thought I was going to record something with it because when I saw the that other guy's video on it, he did some neat stuff with it, but I'm just like, I don't know if I'd ever, like I like doing songs in one tuning, but like a different tuning. I did a whole my first album, Not Reg Me in the Raw, was all acoustic, and every song had a different tuning. You can still find it. You can find all the videos on here. Just Not Reg Me in the Raw, and you'll probably find it. Some of the videos, went really, really viral with that. I should remake them, especially with the 12 string. But it was all recorded with that Blue Ibanez. That poor Ibanez, that thing has been such a workhorse since 2005. Imagine that. I've had that guitar for 20 years. And my Hot Rod Deluxe I've had for 20 years. Wow. Um, but my goal is to start really getting some really, really good songwriting done. And I have a song called Crystal Eyes coming up, and I've already recorded it to get the idea down. If I could ever get the video done right, it's going to be really, really cool. But it's going to be a very heart wrenching song for sure. The subject matter is going to be quite sensitive. But like I've already did the first version of it. I'm like, if I could spend a little more time on this song, and I was going to release it, but I decided not to because it was just like, no, no, no. I'll wait till I can do it right. But the problem I had recording up there is I had to wait till my dad was out of the house, right? And is he gone for 2 hours? Is he gone for 3 hours? I don't know. So you're always in this kind of like rush kind of mentality of okay, I got to do the drums. Okay, I'll do like 5 takes. Okay, that takes okay. Okay, I'll do one more. Okay, that takes a little bit better. That one more. That takes okay. This is all I think I'm gonna get away with, and I just like get that take done, and then my dad would come back, and you can't record when there's people in the house, especially with the drums. The volume of the drums. Yeah, that you want to get yourself evicted by drum, by an acoustic drum kit. That's one of the reasons why I'm down here, right? Is that this is where I can make all my noise. Um, and the other thing is that when I recorded that song, Crystal Eyes, the best way I could sum it up is country meets death metalcore. And I started looking at like different tunings for the 8 string guitar. The 8 string guitar is one of those guitars. If you look at it just as a guitar and you're just a riff guy, you may like it, you may not. But if you look at it from a songwriter's point of view, it's a whole new dimension. It's kind of like it's not what can you do with it; it's what can't you do with it. You know what I mean? And it does have limitations. 8 string guitars do have limitations. Uh, there's a thing about them that I don't like, and it's the string tension issue. Is even on the fan fret ones, they're not quite even enough. The 7 string, it seems like it is kind of as far as you can go with a guitar and maintain good, regardless of scale length, maintain good string tension. Because what happens is by the time you get the 8 string, that low F sharp to the tension it needs to be, your high E is so high a tension, like it's like, oh my God, I can't, it's like playing an acoustic guitar. So it has limitations that way. But if you think of the guitar as not in standard tuning but in drop tuning, you can do some really crazy stuff. And I bought the 8 string with the concept of it not being a lead guitar, but being more of a um, like a rhythm guitar. And when I listen to the 8 string guys with the metalcore and stuff like that, like it's just it's hard. Like you could the tuning I'm probably gonna re-gear to for that song, for the Crystal Eyes song, is when the 8 string kicks in. I'm probably gonna, the most I want to tell you, but is that it's probably going to be in drop G sharp, which you could put your 6 string guitar in drop G sharp and it sounds really cool, very lively. You could put a 7 string in drop G sharp and it sounds even more ballsy. You put the 8 string in drop G sharp and it's just a total different black hole of a dimension. Very dark, very heavy, extremely cool. That's about as low as you can get. Like drop G sharp is you're in like elephant murmuring territory. That's how low it is. You know what I mean? So we'll see how that comes out. So it's not going to be like a Lorna Shore kind of sound per se, like with the vocals. But the guitar might be in that kind of range, or like Periphery kind of, but without sounding like Periphery or Lorna Shore, but within the concept of in the tuning. It's not going to be like 50 breakdowns, metalcore breakdown. It's like the whole song is just breakdowns. Like there's no actual form to it. It's just, this breakdown leads into that breakdown. This leads into that breakdown. Some people like metalcore, some people don't. My favorite metalcore right now has got to be Anchor with EDM metalcore. Like that has got to be the coolest thing. If you haven't heard the new Anchor song, it's Madara. I think if I'm saying Endless Dream. Awesome, awesome. I can't wait to see where they're gonna go with this mini album. The last mini album, the Shogunai one, was just so good. The whole storyline, you got to watch it right from Dark Beat episode 1 right through to the Shogunai song. There's only 7 songs for that album, but wow, like the concept is just so good, and it's like they will put like 10 genres in one song. The Anchor has a song called "The Walking Dead." Uh, it's an insane song when you think about like what's in the song. And Dark Beat, that song is like 15 different types of music writing in one song. Like at first you listen to it, you don't realize it, but there's like, oh, it just switched from this to this to this to this back to this and it's so cool what they do. And I'm like, that is like music writing, like that stuff didn't exist in the 90s. You know what I mean? And so it's like, it's really cool when you can do stuff like that. But anyway, it's almost 2 o'clock. So I got some stuff. I didn't dig out the wall as much as I would have liked, but little bits at a time. That is pretty labor intensive digging that out, but I am getting down there. I'm definitely going to have to bring the pick back there and smack that hill around a bit there just to kind of get it. There's a lot of dirt to take out of there. Like, they're going to have it all over, like, fill every pothole in the yard and some. That is a lot. Like that's like I'm doing, work that a backhoe should be doing. So like I say, I'm not going to get it all done, but if I can get the primary sand off the wall, which I have, even just what I dug out right now is probably good enough. But it's just going to erode back in the hill, so I have to move the hill back. Like I'm moving a mountain here. You know what I mean? So that's going to take a long time. And then plus, I want to play around and have fun too. So. Yeah, so anyway, I'm gonna get. I got a nice, cool cover tune that'll be coming. By the time you see this video, you'll probably have seen the cover tune. If you're a Pantera fan, you're gonna like it. I'm gonna try it with the 12 string to see if I can get away with it. My 12 string is, the more I play it, the better it seems to be intonating. It's just, it doesn't seem to want to really intonate, and like this is a song that I want to. It has to be in tune. Like there's I'm at that level where I can't get away with that anymore. You know what I mean? Because people will say, "Oh, it's too bad you didn't have the guitar tune or whatever." But it sounds so cool on the 12 string. So I have intonation issues on my 12 string, which sucks so bad. Anyway, I'm gonna leave that at that. I'm gonna go get cleaned up, and I'm gonna start doing some other stuff. All right, there we go.